What's up, creeps? Welcome back to episode 2. Um, Today we have a 2020 840 that needs front and rear pads. He doesn't want rotors, just pads. So we're going to do him an estimate for that. So last 7 to his VIN is Charlie Echo 08871. This one's a little tricky because there's a lot of different options available, and there's some date effectivities that change in 2020. So, but we'll see what it says. So, again, we'll change the name later, but we'll get started. So we come in here. So, like I said, Charlie Echo 08871 is a G16 840 with the B58. Very important on this one is the production date. So January of 2020 is our production date. I'm gonna need to remember that during this estimate. January of 2020. All right. So brakes. Okay. So the other thing we need is the config page. So this is his car. So Charlie Echo 08871. This is all his options on mDecoder. Alright, so want to look out for things that could affect the braking system on this car. So looking for things like M-Sport package that may or may not matter, M aerodynamics package may or may not matter, and then other things, wheels and drive, M-Sport differential, shouldn't matter, but you can expect it to have some type of M-Sport options. Okay, so I've seen the car. I know it doesn't have these. They're not drilled, so we can skip that. But if you did, it's you're gonna have the M logo. You're gonna have the drilled and slotted rotors, but we don't have that here. All right, so front wheel. All right, so we got regular rotors, and for vehicles with M Sport brakes, 2NH. If you don't know, the middle 3 letters are the only ones that matter. The S doesn't matter, and the A doesn't matter. 2NH is all that matters. So we come over here and hit Control F, and we can do 2NH. Nothing comes back. Alright, so, and that's a yes. So we can confidently say that these are not our parts, because that's not our option. Let's go back, go to the next one. This one, 2NH, no. Okay, so that's a good start. And vehicles produced up to 7/31/2020. Remember what our production date is January 2020. So we're in this window. Okay. Next, vehicles with M aerodynamics package 7/15. Yes. Okay. Let's come back over here. If you remember, we have the M aerodynamics package. All right. So we have 7/15. Okay. 7/15. Sometimes you'll get S in there. Sometimes you'll get the A in there. Sometimes you won't, though. But the one thing that will always be in there is the middle 3, 7/15. Alright. So, M aerodynamics. We have that package. So these are our brakes right here. And I'll just show you another example. So here's the next one. So, we don't have this. We don't have this. We don't have this. We do have this. However, this is saying that these are for cars produced after July of 2020, and that's not us. So we'll come back to this one. So these are our brakes. 7/15. Okay. So remember, he does not want rotors, just pads. Now, on the newer cars, you can get the pads in the OE, which is ATE. On the older cars like the F Series and E Series, there's not an OE equivalent. You gotta get BMW. But on these, you can get them. So we'll take our pads here, and so so we want this one because 715, yes, right? Yep. So this is our part number right here, 9585. So we'll take this, plug it in to FCP. Okay. So here's our BMW set. 345. Okay, and we come down here to ATE, and we got 279. So we're going to go with this. Alright, so we'll do front brake pad set, ATE, what was that? 604896. Okay, and then add tax, save. Okay. We'll come here. Let's see, we need our calculator again. Okay. So we got 279, 51 times 4 plus 279, 51. Comes out to 391, 31. 391, 31. Okay. Alright. Now, we need, next we'll do our sensor, which is number 2. Number 2, 788. We can also get OE. Alright, so this is our sensor right here. So we'll take, let's see, BOA. Okay, 33, 24. 45, 54. Okay. And then we'll move to the back side. That is all we need on that one. This will tell you to replace the guide pin. Really, unless they're extreme, I wouldn't. They're really good if you take some Scotch-Brite pad to them. They clean right up, so that's good. Alright. Backside. In performance, we know we don't have that. Let's see, those are still drilled. Let's try this one. Okay, vehicles with M Sport brakes. Nope. And up to July 30th, so that's us. And for vehicles with M Aerodynamics 715, it's going to be us, so our part number is going to be the 6975. Okay, and then we come up with the ATE, so 106. Okay. ATE, add tax. Okay, and then calculate 106, 61. Oop. Okay, 140. 49.25. Okay. And then the sensor. So number 2 again. BOA. Add tax. Come back here, get a price. So 32.10 times 0.4. 44.94. Okay, and that's it. Then we'll just do labor. We're doing 1 hour per axle. So labor is 125 per hour times 2 hours. And here we will break it down. We'll just say front brake pads 1 hour. Rear brake pads 1 hour. Okay. And do that. $30.53 for the processing fee. Okay. There you have it. That is front and rear pads on a 2020 840. So we'll get that sent out and get them scheduled in. Peace.